Yo, I'm pro-black, but I ain't racist at all. The prison system make you think blacks breaking the law more than white folk, cause white folks making the laws. But Moses ain't need to vote to make the nation evolve. I started hating the law. I got my first 9 at 11. If it's drama, I ain't making the call. I ain't trying to shoot. I prefer breaking your jaw, but if it's time to shoot, my hand ain't shaking at all. I'm the truth. I'ma speak it in this verse. I'd rather tip a stripper before I tip a fake preacher in the church. There's secrets in this verse. I'm able to reveal because I deal with the God that sent Jesus to this earth. Facts. Yo, boy. Look. We still suffering, that's why we still hustling. Paper, they make enough of it, but we ain't getting nothing in. A bunch of men that made up the rules refuse for us to win. Trust the men that set us up before gonna set us up again. It must have been people before us, poor struggling, that built the foundation that fell. Let's build it up again. I know an alcoholic said he never drank a cup again. His wife broke up with him, he went right and got a cup of him. My son be looking up to niggas more up than him, and I be looking up to niggas even more up than them. I been touched the M, I'm about to touch the pen, step it up again and get rich as I ever fucking been. I'm him. Hey yo, the dudes I poly with don't do politics but got common sense. Ain't a kind of sense that politics don't make no kind of sense. Congress just designed to trick the common man and common chick. They try and get control over every country and continent. They conquer it with manipulation, clouding your consciousness. No honestness, just a bunch of lies and broken promises. If you don't get grants and scholarships to go to colleges, you get a loan, now you in debt trying to get out of it. It's obvious the lobbyists and legislators robbing us. They use rules and regulations to make a dollar flip. Incompetence and lack of knowledge is a disadvantage. But instead of rich, niggas is famished, can't get a sandwich. Before Chris discovered America, niggas ran it. The only Indians is from India, shit is scandalous. Man, to get some answers is some things you gotta read upon, cause history is only a bunch of lies agreed upon. Gone. Hey yo, I started to read about Adam and Eve and then wrote this rap. They was the first people on earth and they both was black. Yo, that's a fact, baby. It's scientifically impossible for 2 white people to have a black baby. If Adam and Eve was white, we be white. Every boy and girl in the whole world be white. But I know it is possible for 2 black people to have a baby that's white if it's albino with no pigment. I don't know what them pigs meant. They just try and confuse you and have you bamboozled. But I think racism will stop when we realize we all black, whether we got pigment or not. Whether they ignorant or not, I'ma tell them again, Jesus had hair like wool, melanin in his skin. Facts. Yo, I'm pro-black, but I ain't anti-white, cause separation of the races is the antichrist. Yup, I ain't come to preach, but death come cheap, and your soul could get sold, but you can't buy life. An old congressman can't understand my life. I'm black, but I pay tax, I demand my rights. Damn, I fight to try to get the problems to stop. I hear that phrase, more money, more problems a lot. But if you broke, you gotta cope with the problems you got. And rich folks how they problems with guap. That's a Google fact. If they threw you back in the slavery days, you was black and you wasn't considered a man, how would you react? Huh? On the streets it's hard to survive. Why? Is it cause I'm black? Hot Shot got rocked. I can't bring my cousin back. My first album sold, it went gold. Yeah, it wasn't flat. But Clive gave me another try cause I wasn't whack. I started buzzing back. Yeah, I got my budget back. Signed the deal, spent about $1 million to make 12 tracks. Yeah, I'm eating, only reason is because of rap. My homies eating, only reason is because of crack. They can't get a job, so them niggas quick to rob, quick to steal, quick to kill, grip to steal, quick to ride. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, we can't forget them guys. Them politicians, hypocrites, they got us hypnotized. That's why Kiss, Rick, why we gotta lift our eyes. Cause if we keep them closed, they just gonna keep control and hold our sisters and brothers in the pen. And we was born guilty cause the color of our skin. We got some problems we need solved. Here's our chance to get them handled. Let's take the boycott in Alabama, for example. They stopped riding the bus till they addressed their affairs. And they ended segregation there in less than a year. So imagine what our status if we made a contribution. We'd probably be able to change the Constitution. I can't see no other kind of solution. We deserve our reparation. It's time for a revolution. I'm a step ahead of Satan. I read it in Revelations. Forget your reputation. Let's make it a better nation. Because they try and cage us in. Make us slaves again eventually. It's meant to be the new plantation, the penitentiary. For centuries they had a plan. We let them execute it. Every day another brother getting executed. All our artists get arrested. I expect improvement. It's a message in the music. I suggest you use it. Facts. While cats was at the Grammys watching niggas win the wars that they ain't supposed to win, I was in the trap house grand opening letting smokers in. Ain't nobody dope as him. Heroin is jealous of me. When I was broke, I prayed to God in heaven to make hella money. First I'ma say I went to church today, and the verses say the good to win. It feel good to sin, but they don't hurt to pray. Hey, if wisdom is more important than profit, why do politicians rather send niggas straight to prison instead of college? Knowledge.